I mean, that's another thing. When you talk about a revolution, most people think violence, without realizing that the real content of any kind of revolutionary thrust lies in the principles and the goals that you're striving for, not in the way you reach them.
Welcome to Reentry Open Mic, hosted by Behind the Wall Talk. My name is Frankie, the founder, advocate, and voice for the Justice Impact. The mic is for you, those who have returned home, rebuilding, healing, and rising. I fight prison reform, speak with lawmakers, and carry stories into rooms that try to ignore us. But tonight, the voice leaves. No judgment, no labels, just truth. This is Behind the Wall Talk. I am Frankie. The mic is yours. Will you please introduce yourself?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Jeffrey Bethea. I'm from Fairmont, North Carolina, and I've been driving trucks since 2019, since I came home. I had got my license in 2017, but then I got sent back on violation, so I've been driving since 2019. I had my license since 2017, but yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm currently an over-the-road driver.
Okay, will you tell the people how long you was incarcerated, and if you want to tell them what you was incarcerated for, and anything else you would like them to know about reentry with your life?
Okay, well, pretty much I did 24 months off a pistol charge. I was on probation, got caught with a tool, and got sent to Butler for 2 years. And then I came home, and when I came home, that's when I got my CDLs, because whenever I was in there, I had met a couple of old heads, and pretty much they were just telling me about truck driving and how lucrative it was for them. But they hadn't drove since like the late 90s, early 2000s. They had been locked up for a while. And pretty much they were just telling me, how it helped them take care of their family, and, it just had them out of the way. So whenever I came home, that was one of the things that, kind of led to it. And plus, it was something that I had always wanted to do growing up. I just didn't never get into it. But just hearing their stories and knowing that me being a felon now, that it was something that I could possibly do to take care of my family legitimately, I got into it. So when I came home in 2000 and 19, I came home in 19, and no, I came home in 17. My bad, I'm skipping. I came home in 17 the first time, and there was a school in Lumberton called H&M Truck Driving School of Excellence. It's not there anymore, and that's where I went and got my license from. The school was only on weekends. We had to go for like 12 hours a day. It was crazy too, because in all honesty, school, like, I ain't gonna say they didn't really teach us nothing, but the whole school, pretty much the class part, we did an app. Like, it's an app called CDL Genie or DMV Genie. I think it was CDL Genie when I had
it. I think it's CDL Genie. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So that's all they had us do. Like, for the first, I say the class was maybe 4 months, because we only went on the weekends, so it was only 4 times, might as well say twice a week, Saturday and Sunday. And so, but just for the first couple of months, the first 2 months, you might as well say we was doing the class part before we went and got our permit. And that was all we sat in the class and did, just in all honesty, man. They would have us get on the app and just keep going over the stuff, write down questions, and if we failed it, just go back and just keep doing it over and over again. That's literally all we did for months. And once we felt like, once we kept going through the app and kind of, I say we were scoring high 90s, because that's what they were saying they kind of wanted out of us. Which I ain't gonna say that they didn't teach us anything, because they did have a CDL handbook on hand, and we kind of read through that, like pretty much the one you could just go pick up from the DMV. They went and got a bunch of them from the DMV and passed them out, and that's kind of how I learned, off an app and just off of that. And like I said, once they got us to the point where we was making high 90s off of that app, kind of acing the test, then they took us up there to go get our permit. And it's like, if you got your permit, then you would enter the driving part. If not, they would just keep working with you until you got your permit. And Then once we got our permit, then, they taught us how to drive. Pretty much all they did was just really taught us to test. I mean, we did go on a couple little road tests and stuff, but all they did was just taught us how to straight back, offset back, and dock park. And that's literally all we did all day long. Like, you would get up there for like an hour or two, then the next person would get up there for an hour or two. We just kept doing it over and over. And I mean, I think I started the course in like June, and I got my license June 2017. I got my license in October 2017. And then right after that, I got locked back up on violation. I got caught with some marijuana and I was on probation, and they sent me back for 18 months. So I had to go, which they killed my papers. That was a good thing about it. So once I came home this next time, I didn't have to worry about probation. But so I went back, did my 18 months. When I came home, I, pretty much had my license for, might as well say, 2 years at the time. And I didn't have no experience though, because the only thing I did was pretty much take out my license, and then I got locked back up. So I didn't have any experience in driving at all, like none. But I remember taking this course about like resume building and just all that whenever I was in the feds. Well, I got sent to the feds, and I was at Butner Butner, North Carolina. And they had, they was giving out courses, and when I was in there, I took a course about like resume building and just like interviewing and all types. I don't even know why I took the course. I think it was because one of my homies was a teacher, and we were just bullshitting. But I actually did learn something, just from the course, because it was pretty much teaching me how to lie on a resume, and that everybody be lying on their resume, so that's what I did, so I started, I pretty much told them that while I was incarcerated, that I drove for the feds, that I put down, for my first job, I put it down that while I was in Butner, that I was driving for them, that's what I was doing. And it's like, they ain't going to be able to call and verify, because it's, pretty much an automated voice system. Like, I just gave them the 1-800 number that was on Google for the feds, and pretty much that's what I did. So just whenever I came home, I had my license for 2 years. I had to update my what is it called? What's the little thing you have to get every year? Your medical card.
Your medical card. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when I came home, I had to update my medical card. I was fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. When I came home, I had $2 in my name. That was it. I had to borrow $100 from somebody and go get my medical card. And I got my medical card updated. And I remember while we was in there, I had met another truck driver, and he had told me about that Pulse app, or just, I can't remember what he said the name of it was, but that's what it was when I came home, the Pulse app. He was pretty much telling me it's an app that I could go on and put in a whole bunch of applications and stuff like that. And that's what I did. I came home January 2019, and I just put in a bunch of applications, probably about like 23 applications, the first couple of days I was home. And this company called Carolina Cargo hit me back. And it was pretty much, they was like a little second chance company, because just once I got there, I didn't know this whenever I took the job, because I didn't really care what the job was. I was just going to take anything. But I found out once I got there, they was pretty much like a second chance company. All they took was people that had SAP violations, just if your license was fucked up, people with no experience. That was all they had, because once I got there, all they paid us was like 20-some cents a mile. But it was like, I want to say it was like 26 cents a mile, but you got, what was it? You got double that. It wasn't even 26 cents. It might have been like 22 cents, because I know it won't over 40. I know you ain't make 50 cents there, but pretty much I just took that job. It was like, damn, like I say, I mean, just calculating it all up, because I can't even remember accurately, but just calculating it all up, I know my first check, we drove to Cali. My first check went up with $400. And,
oh, wow.
and that's what, that's well over 2,500 miles. But it was team driving, though. It was team driving, which you still was supposed to get paid all miles. But, I mean, I took it, and I stayed with it, and, I mean, I worked with it for like 6 months. The pay did start to increase over time. I mean, it still wasn't nothing to really, just nothing substantial or nothing that you could even, just live off of, honestly. But I just stuck with it. I stayed with him for like 6 months, and I was, just meeting people on the road, just talking to a lot of black drivers, older men, just people that looked a little older, that looked mature, and I was asking them for advice. And I met some good people along the way. Like I met this man from Texas. He passed away though. I can't even think his name right on top of my head, but he was a good dude. He was from Texas. And he was putting me on to a lot of stuff about trucking. He was the one that kind of introduced me to the Russians out in Chicago, and that's just it, man. So I mean, that's kind of my story. Like I just kind of once I came home, I pretty much I just lied to get a job. Took the first job that they gave me. Stayed with that job for 6 months. Then I met, like I said, I met this man from Texas. He was telling me about the Russians out in Chicago, and how pretty much they don't give a damn about nothing that you got going on. All they trying to do is make money, but you did need a little bit of experience before you go to them. And that's really what I did. I just stayed with that company for 6 months, stayed in contact with OG. And once I got my 6 months experience, I hauled ass. And, I kind of it ain't been consistently, I haven't been consistent with it, just since 2019. But I mean, it has been something that I have kind of, just been choosing to do. Like it is very lucrative. It's something that keep me out of the way, something I can take care of my family with and, not really have to stress over stuff with for real. So, I mean, yeah, that's kind of really, it's something of my story. What.
So is there anything you would tell someone who's coming home? The CDL program is offered in North Carolina prison systems. So is there anything you would tell them coming back into society?
Yeah, honestly, that you pretty much don't give up. That's the main thing. Like, don't think that just because you a felon and whatever your charges is, that you got to go back to what you used to do, man, because there's so many opportunities out here now. Like, people got to really understand that your president is a felon. So it's like, bro, just understanding that, and it's like, bro, you can do anything you want to as long as you put your mind to it and just really don't give up. Because they need more hard workers. They need, these type of men out here in society, because it's not a lot of men that actually want to get up and go to work. A lot of people kind of look down on that now as that's kind of, like, I don't know, man. Like, I ain't gonna say that they think you broke, but it's like they really do look down on people that work hard and get up every day. So it's a lot of opportunities out here for you to, get out here and make a good living legitly and not have nothing to worry about. So, yes, ma'am.
Well, I thank you for telling your story, and I really appreciate you giving it to Behind the Walls Talk. And is there any last words you would like to share?
Just pretty much just to all the brothers out there, just don't give up, man. Just know that it's a whole second chance, man. If they let you out, like, man, that's your second chance. It's a whole another world. Please don't go back to doing what you used to do, man. Not if you don't have to. Like, go get in these trucks, because these trucks is very lucrative, man. And if you want to own one, it's that route. If you just want to work and just make money, it's that route too. Like, it's so many routes with it. You could go hazmat, you could haul gas, you could haul just, drive in, it's so many routes. And then on top of that, you get to see the world for free. Like, you get to travel, you get to see the world for free. And then then pretty much if you could get cool with your dispatchers and stuff, they'll start sending you where you want to go. So it's like if you know something that's going on, maybe just say like the Super Bowl or Mardi Gras or just anything, if you know an event that's going on and you want to attend to it, you could, work it in where you could go to that city for free and don't really got to worry about traveling and nothing, So, like, man, it's something to definitely look into, man. I thank God for the opportunity that he gave me with it, and I definitely don't mess it up, man. It keep me out the way. Like, I stay on the road more than I stay home. Like, honestly don't even know why I'm kind of paying rent at this point, like, just being real, because I don't even never be home. So, if you get to that point, I feel like, you would be the same with me, especially coming from behind that wall, going through what we went through. Like, I understand it, man. So you can come out here and feed your family and get away. And then if you ain't got no family, man, come get in this truck and just get away, because it's a peace of mind. You ain't got to worry about nobody really telling you what to do over your shoulder all the time. As long as you do your job and get the job done, man, you good. Like, you will have a long-lasting career. So, that's really it, man. Like, so yeah, that
Right.
is, you know.
I thank you, Jeffrey, and we appreciate